Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the little intro sequence. That was a lot of fun for me to make. And if you did enjoy it, hit like, but also hit subscribe if you want to see more of these videos, because we're just gonna start pumping them out. All right, what's in my camera bag as a minimalist A7 III shooter? Let's take a look. This is my Manfrotto Lifestyle NX CSX backpack, something like that. I think it's like 80 bucks. The link is in the description if you want to check it out, but I really like it. So we're not gonna do like a whole bag review, but I will go over a couple of the things before I talk about what's inside of it. So the bag zips open all the way like this, and then there's a computer slot in the front, so I keep my 13-inch MacBook Pro in there sometimes. This is where you might put headphones or a drone or a sandwich or something like that. Turning the bag over to this side, we have a slot for an iPad. I keep my iPad Pro in there. On the side here, we have a water bottle holder. Also, it works for the little Gorilla Pods, so if you're gonna use one of these, I like to keep mine on the outside so it's really easily accessible. On the other side, you have another one of those mesh water bottle holders, but this one has a couple loops you can attach like maybe a tripod to. I keep my selfie stick in here. You can attach it to your backpack, and then, are these things really hard to extend for other people, or is it just me? Because I can never get mine. Okay, so I keep this big ass pole in the backpack sometimes because you can put it kind of like, how can I show you this? Here you go. You can put it in your bag and then it can be like a cool third-person angle. So I do that sometimes. On the back and on the bottom is where the camera cube goes. And I have mine right here. So the camera I use, if you weren't able to tell, is my Sony A7 III. It's actually recording right now, so I can't show you it. Well, actually, I guess I can. Hello, there is the aforementioned A7 III. Cool. My first lens and the main lens I use all the time is my Sony 16-35 f4. I've made a video about this lens already. You should check it out if you want. It's up here. Essentially, it's just a really solid lens. It's a wide angle, so you can see everything you need to see, and then you can zoom in decently far too if you need to get a little bit closer to stuff. It's not very big, and it lives on my camera most of the time. The next lens is one that I've mentioned before on the channel for sure. It is my 85mm. This lens is more zoomed in, so essentially if you're too far away from something with the wide angle, you toss this guy on, and now you're closer. It's also really good for getting like detail shots of things because it just kind of accentuates the details of whatever you're looking at. More or less, it's good, and I use it as my second lens when I'm going out. All right, so audio. This is my Rode Video Micro. Ugh, I got one of the hairs from my mic stuck on my face. Ugh. It's a little shotgun mic that goes on top of the camera. Honestly, it's not very expensive. I think it's like $70 or $80, but it really gets the job done. A quick tip, I don't know if you guys know much about microphones. I am just starting to learn. A really big factor when it comes to your audio quality and microphones is how far away the mic is. You can take a microphone that is cheap like this, and you can put it maybe out of the shot. So let's say I'm using this shot here. I put it like here, just out of frame, and it will sound miles and miles better than if I were to put it on the actual camera, like way over there. So if you're new to creating things, you want better audio quality, bring your mic close to your mouth. What do we have next? You guys have probably seen this coming. This is my Aperture Light. You guys have seen these, you know what they do. It's a light. This is its lowest setting, so you can see it's decently bright, and then it just cranks right up. So like you can be like really well lit up with this thing. Wow, it's really bright. It's way better than your phone flashlight, that's for sure, and it's not very big, and the battery lasts a long time, so that lives in my bag in case I ever need it. The next thing that is probably not the most fun, but I think is honestly really important, hard drive and SD card reader. So I keep these things with me because I like to offload footage whenever I can to have it doubled up somewhere. I have not broken or had an SD card get corrupted on me yet. So to avoid that possibility, I like to try to back up my footage, and I usually back it up onto my iPad. Next up is an ND filter. It looks like this. I know some of my real friends, like from real life, watch this stuff and you don't know anything about cameras, so here's what this does. If you don't want to change your camera settings a lot, you can use one of these guys to adjust your exposure. You take one of these filters and you put it on, and you guys see how much darker it got, right? Well, if you twist it, see how much darker it's getting? And it's almost like black at this point. So these things are really good if you're ever out in direct sunlight. Instead of trying to mess around with your camera settings, you can just put on one of these. Yeah, now you know. And last but not least is the newest addition to my kit. This is the Insta360 1R. So this is like a GoPro. You can think of it like that. It's an action cam, so you can strap it to your head or to a pole, or something like that. But this one's cool because it also has the ability to shoot in 360. So I've only had this for just over a month, and 2 and a bit weeks of that month have been in isolation. So I have not really used it very much. I will be putting together a full review or a tutorial on how I use it. But for now, I'm just practicing and figuring it out. So that just about wraps up the kit, but I wanna say one more quick thing before we take off. I was checking the YouTube analytics, and it looks like 88% of you who are watching these videos are not subscribed. And that just breaks my heart. So if you find yourself being one of the people who are watching these videos and not subscribed, maybe change that? I don't know. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, if you did, hit the like, drop me a comment, let me know what you thought, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy.